Here we have verse 8 of the 18th chapter, Gospel of Matthew. Jesus' warning about giving offense to a child or one who is vulnerable, and then really ups the ante a little bit in connection with the emphasis that he wants to place on this matter of scandalizing others, and scandalizing oneself becomes the focus of the verse that's before us here. So we have A, this is if, it uses the indicative, which is down here, scandalize, from scandalizo, to scandalize, to cause to stumble, to offend, to impair or injure a person's faith. So if, and then the description here, but if, he care, the word for hand, su, possessive pronoun, if the hand of you, or, this is a particle, or hopus, the foot. Pus is in podiatry. This is one word, related words, of course, su. So if the hand of you or the foot of you, scandalize, causes you or scandalizes you. There's been a variety of ways of interpreting this. The hand, certainly in the immediate sense, what you do, your feet, where you go. Some have extended it further if the work of your hand becomes preoccupied, even if it's a legitimate form of occupation. If it takes over your life, you might say, it could also become the same problem. We know people that can turn their career into an idol. That's the sort of thing that could be inferred from this. But one way or another, the point is, if you see something in your life that's causing you to be injured in your faith, is the idea, then ekopson, this is from kopto, means to chop. The ek means to chop away, cut away. This is the second person singular, aorist active imperative, so cut it away. The auton standing for either the hand or the foot up here. So chop it away. Kai bale from balo. Cast, this is the, again, aorist imperative, second person singular. So cast it, cut it off, and cast it aposu, from you. Very strong, of course, Jesus speaking here hyperbolically. I don't think he's really speaking of chopping off your hand literally, but certainly there's a way in which the force of the word can be applied in terms of the things that we may see in our lives. Kalon means good. In this case, it has a comparative sense, better. Soy, this is the second person dative singular pronoun, so better it is for you, with reference to you. Estin, it is. Asealthane, from aserkamai, to enter. This is the aorist infinitive. It's better for you to enter, ace, into, tain, zoane, into the life. Better to enter into life. Kolon, this is from kulon. It means maimed. It's a broad word. It can mean maimed in the sense of missing a member, missing a hand, something like that. That would be the literal sense of it. Or kolon, this is the word for lame. Related words, of course, both of them speaking of serious injury to one's physical health. Better to enter into life maimed or lame. Same word here, as we had earlier translated or, but it can also mean rather than, a comparative, and that's the sense here. So rather than duo, two, adjective, keres or keros, hands, rather than two hands, a, or duopodos, 2 feet, rather than 2 feet or 2 hands, having. In the accusative here, it's better for you to enter into life being lamed or maimed, rather than possessing a full, complete complement of your bodily members. And in that condition, blethenai, the passive infinitive, being cast into, ace, into to pure, into the fire, to ionion, of the ages, literally. To be cast into, usually rendered as eternal fire, a very strong idea. So, of course, the comparison here is pretty obvious. Jesus is calling us to the highest degree of rigor when it comes to an inventory of our lives and the things that interest us, making sure that nothing is capable of injuring us at the point of our faith, such that we make a horrible trade in our lives, exchanging one thing of relatively little value compared to the greater thing of much more value, and to suffer the consequences thereby.